Hey everyone, welcome back to Bono's Gaming. Today we're diving into what could be the VR game of the year, Metro Awakening VR for the MetaQuest 3. In fact, it has been nominated for VR Game of the Year, and rightfully so. If you're a fan of the Metro series or just love immersive VR experiences, you're in for a treat. So let's break it down. Metro Awakening VR sets itself apart with a gripping narrative penned by Dmitry Glukhovsky. I hope I'm saying that right. The creator of the Metro universe. This game acts as a prequel focusing on the origins of Khan, a beloved character from the series. The story takes you through a personal journey of survival in the post-apocalyptic Moscow Metro, where you play as Surtur, a doctor searching for his missing wife and the medication she needs to silence the voices in her head.
Stop taking my haloperidol.
You what?
Keep in mind I was still taking them when I decided to stop.
We've been through
Please,
this.
Serdar, it hurt me. Your meds didn't make me lucid. On the contrary, they kept obscuring my ability to hear what I was so desperate to hear.
Anna?
The narrative is rich with themes of survival, human nature, love, and the supernatural, providing both fans and newcomers with ample context and emotional depth. It's a blend of horror, hope, and the harsh realities of life after nuclear fallout.
I doubt God invented plastic with a nuclear winter in mind, but hey, a fake garden is better than no garden at all, eh?
This really is a story that will keep you playing till the end, and don't be surprised if it actually makes you shed a tear. Gameplay in Metro Awakening VR is truly next level. The VR integration feels natural, from managing your inventory by reaching over your shoulder to grab your backpack, to the tense moments of checking the filter on your gas mask before you start to get poisoned. Even the need to reach up and wipe the condensation from your visor feels intuitive and immersive. The mechanics of combat, stealth, and survival are deeply satisfying. You'll reload magazines manually, which adds to the immersion, but can be challenging under pressure. Stealth is introduced, but in my opinion, it feels somewhat clunky and was my least favorite part of the gameplay. However, the combat is top-notch, with weapons feeling weighty and impactful. The game mixes action with exploration, requiring you to scavenge for resources in a world where every bullet counts, and I do mean that. You'll often come across just 2 or 3 spare bullets at a time, and it makes you take aim much more carefully. The VR environment enhances the claustrophobia of the Metro, making each encounter feel personal and intense. The sound design and music in Metro Awakening VR are nothing short of exceptional. The ambient sounds in the corridors of the Metro, from the distant echoes of the subway to the scuttling of unseen creatures, creates an atmosphere that's both satisfying and immersive. The original soundtrack by Anne Catherine Dern complements the game's visually dark tone with haunting melodies that encapsulate and convey the feeling of desolation and dread. The use of sound to cue enemies or environmental hazards is spot on, adding to the survival horror aspect you'd expect from a Metro title. On the MetaQuest 3, Metro Awakening VR looks absolutely stunning, and I think it's worth mentioning that this is a cross-buy title, so if you get it on Quest 3, you can also download the PC VR version in the Meta Desktop app for even better visuals. But the game leverages the hardware's capabilities to render the grimy, post-apocalyptic world in vivid detail. Lighting plays a significant role with your torchlight, which you turn on and off by reaching up to your helmet, casting realistic shadows and highlighting the decay of the Metro. I did notice a couple of small performance hiccups, but that's mostly because I had on my game reviewer glasses, you know, those things that make me super critical, and it was never anything significant enough to be considered immersion-breaking or game-breaking. The overall visual quality is impressive, to say the least, especially when considering this is a standalone VR experience. The character models and environmental textures, while not perfect, contribute to the game's oppressive atmosphere. And speaking of graphics, this game is graphic. So for any parents watching, Metro is rated M for mature, and it very much earns that rating. It is full of blood and gore and language and disturbing visuals of all kinds. This is, after all, a horror game, so just be aware of that as you consider what is appropriate for you and your family. And even for those who are of age, I found it helpful to do something to ground me to the real world because this game is that intense. So I put a pillow over my foot so that as I moved, I would be reminded that I was still, in fact, safe in my home. A couple of additional thoughts. The game does well in managing VR comfort, offering smooth movement options that help reduce nausea. And I was really glad to see so many options to help with people of all comfort levels. There's even an arachnophobia mode that turns off the use of spiders in the game, which is really awesome for people who struggle with, well, spiders. In terms of replay value, given its story-driven nature, it might not have the highest replay value because once you've been through the twists and turns of the plot, it will lose the element of surprise. But the immersive experience and top-notch storytelling makes this a must-play at least once if you're of age. Metro Awakening VR is a testament to how VR can redefine a gaming franchise. It's not just a port, it's a reimagining that brings players closer to the dark heart of the Metro series than ever before. If you're looking for a VR game that delivers on atmosphere, narrative, and gameplay, this is it. I give Metro Awakening a solid 9 out of 10. Don't miss out on this experience if you own a MetaQuest 3. Be sure to check out the affiliate link in the description below for both MetaQuest 3 and Metro Awakening for a discount on the game. Using those links really helps support me and my family. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more VR content, and let me know your thoughts on Metro Awakening in the comments below. Stay kind and encouraging out there, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.